Hello and welcome. So this is a snakeskin tutorial and I'm just showing you here that I've already cut a piece of the snakeskin's off. Is its tail, its body, I don't know. And I'm just gonna cut one side of the snakeskin just to open it out so that I can pick the best parts. I'm just gently tugging at the folds just to give the best surface area, and then I decided that I didn't need to bother doing any of that because I just wanted to use this bit. So now I'm going to spend some time cutting it to shape, and I'm very sorry guys, this is going to take a while because it was the first time I'd done this. I didn't know what shape was what and what would fit and what would look good, so I just kept adjusting it a little bit at a time. So the reason that I'm doing this is I don't want the snakeskin to cover the whole nail. I want it to look a bit like like tears, you know, like those tattoos that people can have where they've got like tears and it looks like they've revealed something underneath their skin, and it's like, you know, robots or something. So that's the kind of shape I was going to, like a rounded diamond and on a diagonal shape, so I keep having to trim it to get it to the perfect shape. And so when I'm happy with it, then I'm going to stick it on using some pre-mixed acrylic that I made myself using a few Trilogy colours. So I'll just keep adjusting that, and then I will show you the acrylics that I've used to mix the colour. So this is the colour. I used that one, that one, that one, and that one. So what you can't see is the names. So it was Citronella, it was 18 karat nude, olive gold, russet and evergreen, and I just mixed them all in sort of like equal quantities, except for the evergreen, which I just added a very small amount of just to give it less of a warm tone, and maybe it's a little bit less of the olive gold because I think that's what I used first to get the cooler tone. And then I've just applied it wet to the nail bed. Excuse me guys, I've just been watching a film and I was waiting for another video to upload, and my brain has just completely gone bleh. Should have really waited. Anyway, yeah, so I've applied it wet, and I have then put the snakeskin over the top, and I'm pressing it down as I want it quite flush to the nail. That's going to push out any of the excess, and then I'm using my excess acrylic, and I'm using my craft knife to scrape away, excuse my lovely glasses, using my craft knife to scrape away the excess acrylic. Okay, so I'm going to just do that again. I'm going to repeat that whole process. At one point you're going to see me lift up the snakeskin just to make sure that I've got enough acrylic underneath, because I want to use that acrylic to stick the snakeskin on. But I'm going to let you watch it so that you can see it, and we're going to talk over it. Okay, so then I'm going to do the same but on a bigger scale on my index finger. Look, I'm really sorry about the fact that it keeps going out of focus. My glasses are in the way, and unfortunately sometimes it's one of those things where I don't realise that the angle of my camera's in the way, or I check and then I think that it's fine, and then when I look back it's bad. I have applied most of the acrylic at the top of the nail. I only gently pulled it down because I'm using my finger now to press that acrylic down the nail again to stick that snakeskin on. Well, make sure you wear gloves as well. Excuse me. Make sure you wear gloves because you don't want to get any acrylic on your hands, because that's how you're going to get the risk of overexposure and get allergies that you don't want, because you love doing nails. And then I'm going to use my craft knife now to really taper in the edges and cut a nice shape around the cuticle area just by sort of pushing down, and I'm dragging it a little bit as well just to cut it, and you see there, and then I use it to like scrape it off. Be very careful around the cuticle area. Don't press on hard with any of this at all, especially around the cuticle area. So I'm just there like cutting it in. You know, I used like the edge of the snakeskin as inspiration for the shape, and then just pushing it down to make sure it's nice and flat. The next bit that I'm doing, and again I'm not going to talk through all of this, is I am outlining the edge of the snakeskin in acrylic. If I could give you a word of advice, it would be that I tried to make this look like almost a bit like a watercolour. So I didn't make it a neat line, I didn't push it in. I sort of wanted it to look a bit blended and jaggedy. Can you see there? I'm trying to like make it look like it's bleeding everywhere. So it looked a bit like running paint. But when I top coated, it's not the best effect. It actually looks like I didn't do it very well and I'm a novice. So my advice to you would be make it look neat, or if you don't even want to use black acrylic, you can outline in gel polish, but I think I would do that after I had put on the clear Captain Clear, if you're going to use gel polish. The reason I thought to do it this way around was, one, I didn't have any black liner polish. I'm waiting for some of that to come in stock, and two, I thought it would help seal in the edges of the snakeskin so that when I capped, no edges stuck up through it. Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyway, but this is how I'm going to do that on all of the nails, and also on the index finger I'm going to push parts of the acrylic in to meet the lines of the snake skin to try and get the pattern to carry on. Didn't work very well, but you know, in for a penny, in for a pound. Alright, so now I'm going to cap. In reality, I have capped all of the fingers, but in this particular video, because it's just for the snakeskin, I'm just showing you capping the snakeskin. Wetter is better for this because you want the acrylic to sink into the texture of the snakeskin. On this particular nail, not important that it's really wet because it's a very gentle texture, but on the index finger, quite important that it's wetter, just for the first layer, just so that it's sort of sank into all of the folds and it's made sure that it's properly capped, which I didn't do. I didn't realise that it needed to be a bit wetter. I think I don't know, I was just capping like normal, you know, when you don't think about it, and I ended up, you know, if I could go back I would redo this and I would just do it a bit wetter, just because I feel like it didn't, I don't know, it probably hasn't made any difference, but I just felt like it didn't seal it in as well as I would have liked. I tried to sort of fix it now, it didn't work, it went everywhere. So yeah, a little bit wetter for the clear when you're capping over something like this. Yeah, that's it really. I didn't show you the thumb. You can see a bit of me doing the thumb on the real full-length video of this set, which I'll put a link to. You can probably click on the screen as well, somewhere about now. And yeah, but that's it really. Once it's capped, you're going to file and you're going to top coat. That's it, guys. That's basically how you do your snakeskin. So I hope you like the video, and I hope it gives you a bit of help for how to do snakeskin. You don't have to use a coloured acrylic underneath. You can use clear acrylic. I think some people possibly might use glue, but the acrylic worked really well, and it was proper, you know, like sealed it in really well as well, because when I pushed it in, it lost any air bubbles, so it just didn't move. It was amazing. So there's the finished set. I hope you like it. I hope it helps you. I hope you hit subscribe, and don't forget to check out the full-length video. Alright, thanks guys. Bye.